Welcome to Consolidated Risk Solutions presentation on communication for wrap-up insurance programs. This presentation was created by Ben Slocum and Jennifer Philippi and is being presented by Michelle Burt and Stephen Patonic.
Communication, according to Wikipedia, is the activity of conveying information through the exchange of thoughts, messages, or information as by speech, visuals, signals, writing, or behavior. Most processes and procedures, including those utilized in wrap-up management, will not be successful without the use of effective communication. In fact, communication breakdowns are a leading cause of unsuccessful wrap-ups. Over the last 10 years, we at CRS have learned a lot about communication and how to use it effectively in the management of a wrap-up.
There are 5 primary parties that the wrap-up administrator must maintain communication with throughout the duration of the program, and sometimes even well after it's completed. The following slides will identify some of the most important communications that occur between the wrap-up administrator and each of these entities.
Early conversations with a potential wrap-up sponsor should center around their goals or reasons for pursuing a wrap-up. Specific questions about the characteristics of the project must be asked in order to gather information needed to perform a feasibility study and, if so decided, go to market. The potential sponsor should have a clear understanding of their expected involvement in the program and all possible outcomes. Once the program is bound, the wrap-up team will be responsible for keeping the sponsor informed about the performance of the program. This is often accomplished through regularly scheduled meetings, reports, and conference calls.
The program administrator should develop a good rapport with the project team and agree upon communication procedures in regards to enrollment and compliance. The wrap-up kickoff meeting is a good place to start. The program administrator will need to be aware of all contractors and subcontractors prior to them beginning on-site operations so that they can ensure that each company is properly insured, either via the wrap-up program or their traditional insurance policies. In turn, it is important for the administrator to keep the project team informed about the enrollment status of all contractors. The administrator should also provide a very clear and regularly scheduled communication identifying contractors that are deficient in submitting either their certificate of insurance or their monthly payroll. Additionally, the administrator will communicate with the project team regarding the completion of on-site work by individual contractors. These contractor-specific communications are of vital importance to ensure that all contractors are properly insured, that accounting for insurance credits has been properly performed, and that accurate information has been collected for the rating.
The administrator is responsible for sending timely and accurate communication to the insurance carrier with the specific and pertinent information required for contractors' enrollment. The administrator should, from time to time, ensure that their list of enrolled contractors matches up to the list being tracked by the carrier. The administrator is also responsible for providing the carrier of all of the facts and figures that will be used during the audit. We further suggest that the administrator or broker verify the results of these audits once they are provided by the carrier. At times, the responsibility of reporting claims to the insurance carrier falls on the administrator, in which case the administrator should be sure that the reporting procedures have been clearly established and that all information transmitted to the carrier is very clear.
The administrator is responsible for much of the communication with the contractor regarding the wrap-up. This communication begins prior to the contract award by ensuring that the program procedures and expectations are properly relayed to the contractor. This includes instructions on how to bid the project, whether or not the insurance cost should be included in the bid price, requirements for enrollment, reporting obligation during the course of construction, the method used to price change orders, and the final closeout procedures as it relates to the wrap-up. The administrator should be available to answer any question that the contractor has, or at least direct them to the person who can answer it. The administrator should provide written communications to the contractor confirming their enrollment or exclusion from the program at the beginning of their work, and notice of termination at the completion of their work or program expiration.
Broker and administrator duties go hand in hand, cross lines, and switch places, depending upon the party portraying each role and the division of responsibilities, which could change from project to project. Sometimes the administrator and broker both belong to the same company, though they often would not be part of the same department or even located in the same city. So whether the administration is handled internally or through a third-party vendor, like CRS, communication between the administrator and broker are very important. A project is typically best served when the administrator and the broker act as a team and regard one another with respect. Once roles and responsibilities are clearly defined, the two parties can work together to create program documents, ensure claims are being reported and tracked accurately, and that the client's needs are met on all levels. As the party responsible for tracking and sorting all of the data, the administrator will be relied on heavily by the broker for information on the program specifics such as enrolled contract value, reported payroll, and the amount of insurance credits collected. Likewise, the administrator may rely on the broker for coverage-specific issues.
Whether you are the program sponsor, project team, insurance carrier, broker, or a participating contractor, you should never be left in the dark regarding the portions of the wrap-up that affect you.
Thanks for taking the time to view our video and learning about proper communication for wrap-up programs. Check out our website and let us know if you have any questions or comments.